She says, "I'm the Forign Freak." You know, it's not uncommon for directors or writers from any country to go to another place and film their own movies. I mean, why not? On a good side, it can be a good demonstration of a different culture, especially when you put a character from a particular nationality against another backdrop, showing that cultural comparison. Other times, it can be a good example of someone's personal relation with a culture or a particular moment in history, particularly war films. When you look at a war film made by any country, it's a good reflection on those dark times and how people overcome them. On the other hand, it could be a bad idea because some people might just go to a country because it may look cool. Like today's film. Ever seen a Japanese film made in Poland? No? Well, you have now. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Avalon! Avalon, the first live-action film by Mamoru Oshii, best known for the Ghost in the Shell movies. During the 90s, he claimed to have played a lot of video games, particularly role-playing ones, only to feel empty inside, no sense of achievement in real life. With the success of the first Ghost in the Shell movie, he saw it was possible to construct a movie just as deep. This movie was originally going to be filmed in either England or Ireland, but the idea of filming in the city of Glasgow was Oshii's idea because of his deep interest in Polish films, and the preserved buildings from World War II gave it the perfect atmosphere. So this Japanese movie is in the style of a MMORPG set in a Polish war setting. How could this be bad? You'd be surprised. Wow! Opening text! I haven't seen that in a film before. Did you get all that? Good. And judging by this opening scene, it appears that this film was made on a Nintendo Virtual Boy. This is gonna hurt my eyes, isn't it? Actually, come think of it, all this redness does remind me of the holographic displays you see in Ghost in the Shell 2. But then again, that movie was made in 2004 and this was made in 2001, so I doubt it. So we're introduced to our hero, Ash. No, not that Ash. All that one. She shows off his moves like a boss, sniping helicopters, shooting soldiers, and getting watched by creepy bald guys. What, no foreshadowing? Thanks for wasting the first 10 minutes for me, movie. Anyway, she finally logs off from some serious gaming. Yeah, why does she have to play in her panties?
To za spryt. Nic się nie zmieniłeś, aż.
Jeden magazynek naboi do Dragunowa, 2 magazynki do PPK.
Chyba zdajesz sobie sprawę z tego, że awansujesz. Jeśli zdobędziesz jeszcze 2-3 punkty. Ale chyba wiesz także, że od następnego poziomu będą ci obowiązywać limity.
And what's so special about this next level? Not gonna elaborate. Nothing. No foreshadowing. Okay. So she gains her money, climbs some stairs, rides a train, and arrives home. Riveting, isn't it? She arrives just in time to feed her basset hound. Why do I bring up the breed of dog? Because it's in every single movie this guy makes! Now, I've only seen the Ghost in the Shell films and Skycrawlers, but I swear to you non-otaku fans, if you watch any of these films, that you'll see this dog in the background all the time. Why? What's the spiritual connection with it? This buddy you see before you is an empty shell. The dog represents my buddy. Humans can be free only if they free themselves from their own body. When I'm playing around with my dog, I forget that I'm a human being, and it's only then I feel free. So, basing on that quote, your main character is, firstly, certainly retarded, 2, only has a relationship with her dog, and 3, good at video games but nothing else. What a sad person. The next day, she goes back to work, and her fellow gamers mention a player called Murphy. Ash tries googling him with little success, and she's not happy.
Dlaczego tak ci na tym zależy?
Sprowokował mnie.
Przecież ty nie chcesz mieć nic wspólnego z innymi zawodnikami.
You know, it's got a point. We've seen very little interaction with anyone else in this movie, apart from a dog and you, random guy on screen. Who cares about character interaction? We need to see her get paid more, climb up more stairs, ride more trams, feed her dog, over and over and over again. What have I missed? What have I missed?
Jednak to ty. Świetnie wyglądasz.
Oh hey! Character interaction! Finally!
Lepiej dałabyś...
This is Stunner. He's some guy
Zrozumiałe, że musieliśmy
who used to be part of a party that Ash used to belong to before she went solo.
Dobrze jest być wojownikiem, bo można grać w pojedynkę. Ja jestem zwiadowcą. Moja rola polega na patrolowaniu terenu i likwidowaniu zasadzek. Przecieram drogę dla drużyny. Jestem pilotem i przewodnikiem. Muszę grać w drużynie.
It's nice to know that World of Warcraft still exists. But she has no time to rehash the old days. For some reason. As she goes to meet Murphy, who's in a vegetable state from too much gaming. There's a health PSA somewhere.
Nawet ty musiałaś chyba o tym słyszeć. O postaci ukrytej w klasie A. Podobno w tej klasie występuje dziwna, neutralna istota. Mała, milcząca dziewczynka o smutnych oczach. Niektórzy uważają, że powstaje ona w wyniku zakłóceń programu komputera i nazywają ją Ghost.
Nah, too easy.
Jesteś odcięta od źródeł informacji. Słyszałem o takiej specjalnej klasie A. Ten tajemniczy, najwyższy poziom klasy A nazywa się Special A. Nie ma z niego powrotu i jest niebezpieczny. Ale można zdobyć bardzo dużo punktów. Podobno to Ghost jest jedynym wejściem do klasy SA. Dlatego gracz, który osiągnął odpowiednio wysoki poziom i chce wejść do tej klasy, rozpoczyna gonitwę za Ghostem.
And she's gonna chase this ghost because, flashback!
Zostało mi mało naboi! To koniec wersji! Resetujemy się stąd! To Stany wciągną nas w gówno! Zamknąć się! I niech ten załoga, starta, nie wycofała się para walki! Aż! Aż!
Well, that explains a lot. Not! Yeah, it's about time I explained some issues with this film. It is not uncommon for a Japanese film director to take on a Western style. With Polish movies, they are traditionally given insightful analysis of universal elements based on the experiences of Poland. The struggle to maintain dignity under the most trying circumstances. This has been a usual theme that has threaded through the indie filmmakers since most successful films in Poland were made in the aftermath of World War II. It is clear that Oshii took on this setting and culture to pair with the story. I get that. But here's my issue. Those movies had rich politics and history to fall back on, where the Avalon doesn't have much to work with. All we get is a reference to the Avalon legend parallel to her brain-dead friend, which is in relation to how the legend of King Arthur was sent to Avalon as his final resting place. Apart from that, we get no atmosphere for anything else. It's not an apocalypse, it's not a police state. The world is just a bleak hole of dullness with no atmosphere to it. And what makes this movie worse is that it's padded out with so much walking. I swear, there is a lot of walking in this movie. You get very little dialogue explaining anything. You see propaganda posters revolting the game world with no rhyme or reason, apart from being bad for your health. Go figure. And the movie's just padded out with long pauses of silence. How do you pad out a movie with silence for a movie that's only an hour and a half long? And I tell you, there's so much padding in this movie, it makes a cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 4 feel short. Yeah, so I had to resort to a Metal Gear Solid game for a comparison. What has become of my life?